Due to his widely popular and always packed restaurants, our recipient could not be with us tonight. However, we would like to give you a special look at one of his restaurants. Please enjoy this video as I'm proud to announce the winner of the Ryan Story Entrepreneur of the Year Award, Mr. Jason Clark.
Sorry guys, I missed this event tonight. I wish I could have been there, but as you can tell, Greer supports us every night. We've got a great restaurant. Thank you to Greer. The Greer Chamber has presented me with this award tonight, and I'm really am honored. My crew, my team, my partnership, and my business is thriving, all because of Greer. I do appreciate it. I thank everybody. And again, sorry I cannot be there tonight.
Congratulations. Our next award tonight, congratulations to, let's see here, you made me lose my place here, Mark. Oh, let's see here. Time for the 7th Patrick Volunteer of the Year Award. I knew I'd find it. Presented by County Bank Insurance, it's one of the most meaningful awards that the Chamber bestows each year. Rudy Painter from County Bank will join us now to make this very special presentation. Rudy.
It's a pleasure for me to be back again and to present the award for Volunteer of the Year. As Ken said earlier, the bank takes great pride in not just working in the community, but trying to give back. And this award exemplifies that. Not just to be a part and a member of the Chamber, but someone that does something special. And tonight, I have the privilege to present this award to two folks. And it honors J.S. Sudpaget, who was the first volunteer, chairman, president, and all-encompassing person of our chamber. So it's a very great honor for me to call these folks to the stage tonight. This is a first. We've not had this happen before. And I'm honored to present this to both of these gentlemen tonight. They served together in Leadership Greer as president and vice president of their class. That experience has transformed into a friendship that has benefited the Greer community. While these two individuals work at separate companies, they can be seen together volunteering in the community in various ways. I'm going to ask them to come forward as I tell you a little bit about them. The first recipient is Wayne Bobo from Century 3 Incorporated. Wayne has done it all for the Chamber and our community this year, including serving on the Board of Advisors for the Chamber, the Leadership Development Council as chairman of Leadership Greer, volunteering at festivals, and even helping the staff move storage units after a recent festival. When there's something that the Chamber staff needs done, they can call him. Wayne says, "I'll be there. When do you need me?" There are many other areas that Wayne is involved with, not only in our community, but in the upstate as a whole. Our second recipient is Kevin Duncan from Greer State Bank. Kevin has served on the Chamber Leadership Development Council, the Leads Group, the Greer Relief and Resources Board of Directors, the Finance Committee at Memorial Methodist Church, and has volunteered at festivals and other chamber events throughout the year. He's a Greer native. Kevin holds Greer close to his heart, and we are a better community for his involvement here. These two leaders are now friends, and they embody the spirit of the Chamber's first chairman, Mr. J.S. Sudday. For that, we are honored to recognize Mr. Wayne Bobo and Mr. Kevin Duncan as the 2014 Volunteers of the Year. If you could join me on stage, gentlemen.
Congratulations, Kevin and Wayne. And I'd now like to invite to the stage Ms. Nancy Welch, board member of the Greer Education Foundation, to introduce the 2014 recipient of the Margaret Birch Educator of the Year Award.
Thank you, Roz. First, I would like to recognize Margaret Birch, for whom this award is named. Margaret has been the gracious chairman of the Greater Greer Education Foundation for the last 4 years. Margaret, we thank you for what you've already done and for what you continue to do. This year's recipient of the Margaret Birch Educator of the Year Award is not the typical educator, but one who shapes the minds of youth as well as adults. A Spartanburg County native, this person has served our area and our state for many years. If I were to list all of the accomplishments, all the boards and all the areas that this person has served on, we would be here way on into the night. Let me just mention a few that deal with education. This person has served on the Spartanburg County District 5 School Board. I'm saying it right this time, not District 6 a minute ago. President and lifetime member of a PTA, a vocational school board of directors, education advisor for the governor, and the South Carolina State House Education and Public Works Committee, and most recently appointed the first Republican chairwoman of the House Education and Public Works Committee, and only the second woman to be appointed or to hold that prestigious position. This individual is a true lifelong leader and educator, and will continue to lead the way in shaping the minds of people in our state as well as our education system. We are blessed that she is part of the Greater Greer area and that we can call her our representative. It is my distinct honor and pleasure, on behalf of the Greater Greer Education Foundation, to present the 2014 Margaret Birch Educator of the Year Award to the Honorable Rita Allison.
Congratulations, Representative Allison. We'd now like to thank you for all you do for our community, and especially the education of our future leaders. Keith and Donna Smith are sponsoring our next award, the Senator J. Vern Smith Award. Please now join me in welcoming Mr. Keith Smith to introduce tonight's award winner. Make that Keith and Donna to introduce tonight's awards winner.
Thank you, Ross. Good evening, Greer. Good evening. Thank you. The late Senator J. Vern Smith loved Greer, and he gave much of his life towards making this the great place that we all love today. Greer, quite frankly, has not always been the vibrant city that it is today. Greer, like most other communities, has seen its share of ups and downs, but behind the scenes, always, there have been many champions of our community. The award given tonight in the name of Senator Smith recognizes individuals that have dedicated their lives to the betterment of our community. Tonight it is my pleasure to give the J. Vern Smith Award not to an individual, but to a team that has been a champion of Greer for more than a century combined. This team pushed to keep Greer on the map when times were challenging and cheered Greer's successes at every opportunity. Their efforts were stressful, tireless, requiring long work hours, often at night and on weekends, plus sacrificing time with family and often foregoing family vacations. Even more important is the fact that this team was unselfish, always putting Greer's needs first and never put themselves in the limelight. These champions of our community moved to Greer as very small children. They grew to love Greer, and then as young adults, they embarked upon becoming influential in Greer's future. That sounds good. Prior to their retirement and working together in the areas of their expertise, these two left their mark on Greer through a true labor of love. The both of them dedicated their lives to the family business in this community. The oldest one was first to join their father in the family business after graduating college in the early 60s. The younger sibling joined the team a few years later after graduating college and serving a stint of active duty in the military. Upon the passing of their father in the 80s, they shared the reins of the family business. In the years that followed, working together, they grew the family business to become the largest of its kind in the state. These leaders held roles of responsibility with the Greer Chamber and other community boards and organizations, as well as their church. It is our pleasure to present the J. Vern Smith Award to a pair of true champions of our community. The guys that every Wednesday told us in print the good, the bad, and the humor about our community as they published the Greer Citizen. Leland Birch and Walter Birch.
contributions to the Greer community. I'd now like to call on Linda Hannon, District Manager for Duke Energy, to present our next award. Linda?
Good evening, thank you guys. I've been with Duke a number of years, more than I want to share with you tonight. I've had some really happy times and some not so happy times, most of which you've read in the paper. But tonight is a really happy time, and I want to recognize someone. Each year, Duke Energy presents a Citizenship and Service Award to an individual that makes a difference in their community by using their time, talents, and compassion to positively impact the community where they live. Recipients of the award help foster a culture of citizenship and service that acts as a catalyst for others in the community. Tonight's recipient could not embody the spirit of this award more. Joining the Greer Fire Department in 1977, he quickly rose through the ranks, and in 1996, he was named Greer Fire Chief. Since then, he has been responsible for the implementation of many improvements to ensure the safety of the Greer community. In addition to his involvement in the fire department, the recipient has been actively involved in the Muscular Dystrophy Association, Safe Kids Upstate, aluminum cans for burn victims, as well as the South Carolina, the Greenville Spartanburg, and the International Fire Chiefs Association. On April 15th of this year, he will begin his 38th and final year with the Greer Fire Department. For his unwavering support of Greer and the community at large, it is with great pleasure that I present Greer's Fire Chief, Chris Harvey, with the 2014 Duke Energy Citizenship and Service Award. Congratulations, Chief. I'd now like to ask the 2014 Chair, Ken Harper, to introduce the Chairman's Award. Ken?
Chairman's Award is given to those individuals the Chairman of the Board feels have made contributions to the Chamber and community that have been exemplary. I'd like to thank Berkshire Hathaway and C.Dan Joyner for sponsoring this award. This year's recipient is Larry Wilson. During my several years of civic and professional involvement with the Greer community, Larry Wilson has stood out for the right reasons. When leadership is needed, the sand goes up in the air, and when things don't go according to plan, Larry does not leave the table. When you need to draw upon wisdom or a new idea, Larry is willing and available. This year, Larry was there for me as chairman, specifically as he has been there for me in the chamber, both professionally and personally, for years, specifically in relation to the search for our new and fine chamber president. Larry's involvement with the Greer Chamber of Commerce dates back many years. His service to the Greer community has been quite broad, but mostly his service has been impactful. I believe that Larry has created a fine example for others in our community to follow in terms of accepting challenges and following through. I thank him and congratulate him on this honor. Unfortunately, Larry could not be here tonight, but he did want to say a few words.
It is my privilege to present the Chairman's Award to Larry Wilson, who is most deserving in all his contributions to our community.
And I know the mayor's surprised. I'm truly an honor to receive this award from Mr. Harper. A couple of things I would like to say. Ken has provided tremendous leadership to the Chamber since 2014. A strong leader can perform very well during times that the Chamber is operating smoothly and increasing memberships and moving along in every category. When you have a bump in the road or something changes that's significant, the true leader rises to the top. In June of this year, we lost our CEO, Alan Smith, to the Spartanburg Chamber. Ken immediately put together a program to replace our departed CEO and set out timelines, and we followed, appointed a committee, and in a relatively quick period of time, the new CEO, Mark Owens, was appointed to our chamber, and the last 6 months went very smooth, as the first 6 months did, and almost a seamless transaction. And to me, that shows what a leader that Ken Harper is. Ken, thank you very much, and thank you to the chamber for this wonderful award. God, thank you.
Thank you, Mayor. It is my privilege to present the Chairman's Award to Larry Wilson, who is most deserving.
Larry seems so lifelike. It's my pleasure to introduce Mark King, our new chairman. Many are responsible for accomplishments of 2014, and we thank each and every one of you, and it's now time to look ahead to 2015, and for me to pass the gavel to the new chairman of the board of directors. It has been my privilege to work with this individual for the past year, and the chamber is sure to be safe in his hands as we strive for another amazing year in 2015. It is my honor to introduce your chairman for 2015, Mr. Mark King.
Thank you, Ken. It has been a pleasure working under you and knowing that, and I say this in meaning, that I learned a lot about this position from you. I was watching. I thank you for asking me. You really taught me